Okay, welcome everyone. We'll get started here in about five minutes. Okay, if you want to go ahead and click on the link here, the https myquiz.org /I /382345. You can also scan the QR code. That'll get you entered here into the game. And then Liz, our quiz host, will be starting the quiz here as soon as we have all the players in. If you do not want to join on your iPhone or computer and you just want to watch us here either via YouTube or Facebook, you can do that as well. We're going to get started here, as I said, very shortly. So new format for us using this quiz, my quiz software, should be pretty good. We'll be able to keep track of all the right answers, as well as be able to track your score. Okay, just a couple of more minutes. Hope everyone's doing well today. Wonderful Monday, nice sunny day here in Napa, California. And today's topic is actually wine culture quiz. Okay. Just a couple of more seconds here. Okay. So Liz, are you with us?
I am. It is a sunny, beautiful day here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, so give me a second. Let's switch us over here. So here we are on the quiz pitch. How many people do you have joined in
I'm
this?
showing I've got 10 people connected.
Okay, we're getting a pretty bad echo from you. If anyone is getting an echo, would you mind putting a comment in the Facebook chat area for me? Okay, doesn't seem to be getting that. So go ahead and launch that quiz.
Okay.
Okay, here we go, everyone. Okay, Liz, over to you.
So we're going to have a fun wine culture quiz. So our first question is, who is the ancient Greek god of wine? We've got A, Dionysus, B, Thanos, C, Athena, or D, Bacchus. We've got a bunch of answers coming in already. We've got 9 coming in. So the correct answer is Dionysus. Dionysus is the Greek god of wine. Bacchus is the Roman god of wine. So, okay, I need to hit the pause button a little bit. All right, so our next question is, the first movie branded wine was Ratatouille Bourgogne Chardonnay that was released in 2007. Is this true or false? Love Ratatouille, that movie. So much fun to watch. It is, in fact, it is false. That is the correct answer. The release of this wine, I'm going to pause this for a second. The release of this wine was actually canceled. There was intentions to put this wine out, but they canceled it because of concerns about underage drinking. So, really goes to show the wine industry does a lot of self-moderating. All right, let's continue on. But they even had wine labels produced. So, question 3. Which U.S. president set the policy that only United States wine could be served in the White House? Is it A, Lyndon B. Johnson, B, John F. Kennedy, C, Richard Nixon, or D, Gerald Ford? These were fun questions to pull together. So the answer is, in fact, Lyndon B. Johnson, but interestingly enough, his preferred drink was bourbon. He was a big bourbon drinker, but he wanted to promote the American wine industry. Okay, so let's keep going with some U.S. history questions. What was the first U.S. designated viticultural area? Was it A, Napa Valley, California, B, Augusta, Missouri, C, Finger Lakes, New York, or D, Hill Country, Texas? A nice array of United States winemaking areas. And the correct answer is actually Missouri. Augusta, Missouri was the first AVA designated here in the United States. Took a little bit longer before California came along. All right, so this is one of my favorite questions. What wine did Dr. Hannibal Lecter pair with human liver and fava beans in Silence of the Lambs? Is it A, Amarone, B, Champagne, C, Chianti, or D, Bordeaux? These were a fun bunch of questions when I was pulling them together. Oh, wow. So many people got this one correct. Yes, it is, in fact, a lovely bottle of Chianti, as he mispronounced in the movie. Which every time I watch that movie, it kind of gives me a little bit of chills since he mispronounces it. Okay, so let's keep going with some movie trivia. What classic 1942 film contained the famous champagne toast, "Here's looking at you, kid"? Is it A, Yankee Doodle Dandy, B, Casablanca, C, Holiday Inn, or D, Bambi? So we could have a discussion about, which one of these movies had various wines in them at various points. And yes, overwhelmingly, "Here's Looking at You, Kid" is from Casablanca, and it was actually a champagne toast where that quote took place. All right, so I am a big Harry Potter person. So as a 6-year charm student at Hogwarts Academy, what do you need to turn into wine? Is it A, butterbeer, B, water, C, vinegar, or D, tea? Christian, do you even know this one?
I do not know this one.
This is a little tricky one. I will definitely tell you that one. So the answer is, in fact, vinegar. As much as I would love to see, what they would do with like a butterbeer wine, especially for like a sweet dessert wine, that'd be kind of fun. So, all right. What Englishman during World War II said, "Remember, it's not just France we're fighting for, it's Champagne"? Is it A, Ian Fleming? Is it B, Winston Churchill? Is it C, George Orwell? Or is it D, Dennis Boyd? These are all various people around, actually, during World War II. And the correct answer is, in fact, Winston Churchill. Yes, he was a very notorious enjoyer of champagne.
Wow, look at Shauna go. Shauna's at 44 points, leading the pack here.
Wow. She is killing it. All right, so keeping on with the films, what movie made Merlot fall from favor in sales of Pinot Noir to skyrocket? Is it A, Julie and Julia? Is it B, Sideways? Is it C, Wine Country? Or is it D, Bottle Shock? Some great wine movies out there, especially if you're Netflix binging right now. It is Sideways is the movie that came out, I want to say early 2000s, and that made Pinot Noir sales skyrocket. All right, next movie question. What film franchise stops a character from using a bottle of champagne as a weapon with the quote, "That's a Dom 55. It would be a pity to break it"? Is it A, Star Wars? Is it B, James Bond? Is it C, Star Trek? Is it D, Mission Impossible? Let's see who gets this one. It is, in fact, James Bond, who did not want that bottle of Dom 55 broken. Which is, kind of makes you even more endearing to James Bond. So back to some American history. Who became a lifelong wine geek while posted in Paris with Benjamin Franklin and John Adams? Is it A, George Washington? Is it B, Alexander Hamilton? Is it C, Aaron Burr? Or is it D, Thomas Jefferson? Let's see how we're doing. It is, in fact, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was a big enophile and spent a significant amount of time in, I'm going to pause it for a second, before we go on to the next question. He spent a significant amount of time in France, and his time in France is what inspired him to start creating vineyards and trying to grow wine in Monticello. So our next question, which fictional space captain retired to his family vineyard? Is it A, Captain Solo? Is it B, Captain Picard? Is it C, Captain Kirk? Or is it D, Captain Reynolds? Can you tell we like a lot of science fiction in our household? Always makes it fun. So our fictional space captain is, in fact, Captain Picard. I'm going to pause it here for a quick second. He just put out a brand new show, and actually part of the trailer, he's actually in Burgundy, is where his vineyard is supposed to be. But oddly enough, he's holding a Bordeaux bottle. Cause for a lot of interesting conversations about what is going on. But then again, it is the future, so you never know.
Shauna just made a funny comment. She said, "I really watch too much TV and movies."
It's a good thing.
And it shows. And it shows.
Okay, so in Wayne's World, Wayne says it's a lot like Star Trek: The Next Generation. In many ways, it's superior, but will never be the same as recognized as the original. What wine debate is he talking about? And yes, they actually debated wine in Wayne's World. So is it A, Bordeaux versus Cabernet in the United States? Is it B, White Zinfandel versus French Rosé? Is it C, Champagne versus sparkling wine? Or is it that notorious Syrah versus Shiraz debate? It is, in fact, a debate about champagne versus sparkling wine. And if I remember correctly, it's actually Rob Lowe that gets involved in that debate. It's really funny. All right, in honor of the U.S. going back to space over the weekend, which wine has been to space? Is it A, Chateau Mouton Rothschild? Is it B, Chateau Lynch-Bages? Is it C, Chateau Lafite? Or is it D, Chateau Margaux? Christian, you might probably remember this one.
I do, but I can't give it away on air.
I was going to say, good not giving it away, but it is in fact Lynch-Bages. This actually came up on our trip to Bordeaux. Oh, how many years ago was that?
Oh, gosh. 11, I think? Is it 11?
Feels like
yeah,
it.
Feels like it, yeah.
All right, our question 15. In the film and musical Gigi, there is a song, The Night They Invented Blank. Is it A, Scotch? Is it B, Champagne? Is it C, Port? Or is it D, Beer? This is a famous, fun little song that has been known worldwide. Shauna, you're killing it. And it is, in fact, The Night They Invented Champagne, which just makes it so much fun. It just makes a great, drink while you're watching Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
What 2004 documentary film talk about globalization of wine featuring a wine critic, a wine consultant, and a Napa wine family? Is it A, Mondovino? Is it B, Somme? Is it C, A Year in Burgundy? Or is it D, Ratatouille?
Okay.
It is Mondovino is actually the answer to this one. It was very controversial documentary when it came out in 2004 and just brought up a lot of different conversations. All right, Game of Thrones fans. Who said I drink and I know things? And let's be frank, there's a lot of times I get accused of, I drink and I know things. I know a lot about wine in particular. So which of the Lannisters? Is it A, Jaime Lannister, B, Tyrion Lannister, C, Cersei Lannister, or is it D, Tywin Lannister? Let's see who knows their Game of Thrones. Shauna, you know your Game of Thrones. I'm impressed. It's Tyrion Lannister. Oh my goodness, I can't even pronounce his name today. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about art. Which winery label features artwork of Salvador Dali, Andy Warhol, and even Prince Charles had a piece of artwork on one of these wine labels? Is it A, Chateau Mouton Rothschild? Is it B, Lafite Rothschild? Is it C, Yellowtail? Or is it D, Chateau Latour? I had fun coming up with the options also, can you tell? It is in fact Mouton Rothschild, is where it's a different artist every year, and it's always a big honor when they're picked. Okay, this is a little bit of an obscure wine pop trivia question. Steve Case, who is the founder of AOL, owns Early Mountain Vineyards. What state is this in? Is it A, California? Is it B, Washington? Is it C, New York? Or is it D, Virginia? Got to throw a couple hard ones in there. This is where we can kind of, trip people up a little bit. No one got this one. It's Virginia. Really wonderful wines that they're producing out of Early Mountain today. And a great place to visit. All right, so our last question, I'm going to end with Star Wars. What is the name of George Lucas's winery? Is it A, Howard the Duckhorn? Is it B, Wookiee Wine? Is it C, Jedi Juice? Or is it D, Skywalker Vineyards? I had so much fun coming up with these options. The answer is Skywalker Vineyards. And yes, if you go to Disney, they actually sell Skywalker Vineyards in Disney World. I'm not sure about in Disneyland, but you can pick up bottles there in the Star Wars areas in Galaxy's Edge and whatnot. But Skywalker Vineyards. Shauna, you really brought it in today.
Wow.
With, your pop culture.
Look at that. 97 points for Shauna. Shauna, you are quite amazing there with a second place for Kelly at 85. And third place, Kelly, you just shot up there to number 2 in the last couple of questions. And Motley at 79, third place. Great showing today. Some great questions, Liz. Hope you had fun doing them.
I had a great time. It's always fun putting together some pop culture questions. And, especially now that we all have had a little bit more time with Netflix movies. And there's been some really great wine movies and documentaries that have come out in the last few years.
Awesome. So hopefully we can have you back and do another quiz. You really killed it today with these quiz questions. Hope everyone had fun using this new software you were using to keep track of players. Make sure and tune in next Monday at 2:00 because we're actually going to be giving away prizes for the top 3 spots. So we're not going to reveal what those prizes are today, but we'll reveal them at the beginning of the show next week. So you'll want to make sure and tune in. And thanks so much for playing. If you have any comments about how this went today, please put them in the comments section. And a big shout out to Liz for being an awesome trivia MC.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks, everyone. And see you here on Wednesday for our next Facebook Live, which will be back where we'll be tasting wines again at the WSET Level 2 and Level 3 level. We'll have a special guest for you on Saturday and then back on with trivia next Monday. So see you around Facebook. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, Liz.
Thanks, Christian. Cheers.